All right, welcome back. It is the Vegas Take, Sharp and Shapiro. And that sound means we're talking about the GCI guys at Realty One Group. And listen to this. If or anyone you know is thinking of buying a home or moving from Cali, the GCI guys' services completely free. You pay them nothing. And our listeners get $1,000 in your hand at closing. So let's get this right. If you or someone you know wants to buy a home and calls Realtor Lee Goldberg, it's free for his services. You get $1,000 back at closing. That's pretty cool. But wait, there's more. A free moving truck for a day and 6 months free of home security. No hidden fees or games. That's right. The GCI guys, free educational resource. Call them right now, 702-902-3029. Free and get $1,000 back. Why wouldn't you call the GCI guys? Great friends of the show. And guess what? It's perfect timing right now because from the GCI guys himself, Lee Goldberg, joins us with his presence in studio. Lee, thanks for being here, my man.
Fellas, how are you? Thanks for having me. That was a very great introduction.
Well, no problem. You deserve it, my friend.
Well written.
You're a very flashy guy, so you deserve it. So
I try.
Quickly, guys, I just want to, we have a pretty cool guest coming in studio tomorrow. It's a sad and funny story at the same time, but it's also a serious problem. We have a local attorney. I believe he's an attorney. He has an office downtown, and people are defecating and urinating in front of his office. And it's been going on for months. And he has an issue with the city, and he wants to do something about it, which I think he should. Hopefully the city does something. But anyway, he's going to be joining us in studio tomorrow. What would you do at your place of business or your home if somebody was defecating, homeless people were defecating and urinating outside? It probably wouldn't be a pleasant experience to look at or smell, for that matter. So we will have him in studio tomorrow to talk about. What do you guys think about that?
I think that we do not need to become San Francisco.
No. That would be
horrendous.
No. That would be horrendous. So we all love Snoop Dogg, right? We're all Snoop Dogg fans, right?
Love Snoop. The Nine Trizay.
He's been around for a long time. Well, I guess you could consider this an adult performance by Snoop Dogg. He was at the University of Kansas on Friday night. School administration and students remembering the night for maybe different reasons. Apparently, the rap star performed at the traditional late night at the Phog event meant to kick off the basketball season. So at this event, it's Snoop Dogg. They invited Snoop Dogg. Keep that in mind. He's a controversial figure, okay? The artist in this performance had multiple poles with dancers, strippers,
Clothed.
Yeah. On
Fully
stage,
clothed.
Yes. And he used a money gun to make it rain dollar bills on the dancers.
That's a good example.
One KU state student said that it was epic, but the school was not amused. Officials at the school apologized for the controversial performance in an official statement. I don't see anything controversial about what he did. A lot of rap artists have half-naked dancers going all around with the bills, raining bills and all that stuff. I do not condone anybody, who I guess would say that, you're paying, you're taking care of women that are prostitutes or you're a pimp. I don't condone any of that stuff. But this is Snoop Dogg's persona.
Was this an actual performance?
Yes.
It was a performance, and it didn't look inappropriate at all unless there were small children there. And even then, it's not. Listen, that is a great workout for people out there. And it's soon to be an Olympic sport, possibly.
Pole
Just
dancing?
for the record, yeah, absolutely. If fast walking is an Olympic sport, why is pole dancing not? And it takes a lot of muscle and a lot of creativity to do that. However, they have so many bigger fish to fry at Kansas with corruption. This is what we're talking about. This is what their AD's coming out with. Talk about deflection. What a
nice
great
deflection.
political move.
I agree.
I don't mean to be the insensitive and immoral guy here out of the group of us here, but correct me if I'm wrong, but at the University of Kansas, everybody there is an adult, right? Legal adult, over 18 years of age, okay? So why is this? You think about the word that's being used a lot in politics these days is a nothing burger. To me, I don't understand why this is even a huge story, okay? It's not like there was, any type of illicit sexual acts going on stage. It wasn't as there's X-rated material out there, right? There are some things that you consider raunchy, right, or naughty, I would say.
It was
but it's
Snoop
not like
freaking Dogg.
And you know what you get, okay? Brian just brought up saying Snoop is a controversial figure. I guess so. He's a rapper that is, has rapped about confrontational issues. But
I think my issue with this
is a lot
of
controversy.
Kansas, and this was at Allen Fieldhouse, right?
Yes.
Okay. Snoop. Okay. First of all,
this was in arguably the most respected, famous college basketball arena in the United States of America for the last 60 years.
It's the fault of the college who hired him. Number one,
and
number two. The reason why I call him controversial, Chris, is because he has made a living off of bragging about being a pimp. Pimping, prostitution, especially with younger women, is an issue.
No, he says pimp, but he doesn't mean it in a way where he's out there with, with prostitutes. He's a PIMP. He's Snoop Dogg. He's just a pimp, bro. That's all. He's got a little
I'd never
lip.
be on a
He's
show
the man.
where Lee Goldberg was quoting rappers' lyrics. That's awesome.
I mean, listen, I grew up in a time, seriously, I talk about college, ready? I entered college, right, in the 9 Trize, where I had Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I also had grunge at the same time. Those were the soundtracks of my college. Two of the most polar opposite types of music coming on the scene at the same exact time. A white Jewish kid from South Florida just loving walking into some Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Come on.
And JD brought up Allen Fieldhouse, of course, in Kansas as being a historic
it's
venue.
one of the meccas of college basketball.
But let's be honest, JD, right?
There's concerts there.
Yeah,
a million concerts.
A million concerts. And look, there's a lot of venues around the country that are considered the same as Allen Fieldhouse.
There might be
that
one.
Groups like,
only one.
But
Cameron.
But you know what I'm saying? The groups like Two Live Crew and others have
possibly
performed at.
Indiana's arena.
Well, but at Cameron, they're not having concerts like at any concerts at Cameron Indoor.
All right. So I guess
it's too small.
It's amazing.
We'll let you decide out there, listeners, whether you think that Snoop Dogg was inappropriate or not. But I have some bad news for all of you. Bad news coming out of the political world. Are you ready for this? Shocking news, and it's really bad, sad news. I'm broken up about this.
I'd love to hang with Snoop Dogg. If I could just say that, if there's somehow to make that happen. Just sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Let's continue to talk about Snoop Dogg for 20
Snoop-a-loop.
minutes. It's good. If you guys want to continue to talk about Snoop, we can.
Out of the LBC,
I
right?
present Snoop Dogg.
I was just going to, but I'm transitioning to a very sad
Lee,
story.
do you
in
want
the
to watch Old School a little bit later with me?
I will totally do
Let's
that
watch
with you.
that.
Absolutely.
You
Sorry.
guys can keep going. No, it's fine.
The guy
I'll
with,
just,
right,
I'll just sit here and
JD
listen.
and Lee, the guy with the green outfit, right, and the huge chalice. He was walking around in Old
Well,
School.
we just
That guy
have
was
to go
awesome.
streaking through the quad and to the gymnasium. That has to happen.
If we have time, maybe
Snoop, bring
Home
your
Depot,
hat.
Bed
Snoop,
Bath
have your
Beyond.
friend bring his hat.
Is that after Home Depot, Lee?
If we have time.
Yeah.
If we
Okay.
have time.
Jason, I need my producer in studio. Stein, get in here for a second.
All right.
I
Sorry.
don't, I don't, I
Snoop-a-loop,
don't, I,
Snoop-a-loop.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Are we talking
It's
about
Old School.
Are we talking about the Chronic?
Brian, you didn't see the movie Old
You've
School
never seen
before?
Old School?
Stein, I've completely lost control of the show. What should I do? What should I do? I've lost control. What do I do?
I said I wanted to hang with Snoop
I
Dogg.
have a very,
That's all.
I
And
have
we
a
went
very,
off the rails.
I have a very sad
just a trigger
story that I
quote
want to talk
from a
about.
great movie.
I
They
called
won't-
Chris
what do I
Frank
do?
the Tank.
Yes.
I don't know what to do. How do I control the studio?
1, 2, 3. Shut those 3 microphones. Johnny, shut them off.
All right, pod them down. Can you play some sad music? Play some music, play some sad music. Can you do that? Do we have any sad music that we
I
can
still
play?
can't believe that Steiner hasn't put some Benny Hill music on this show yet today. There
I
should be
thought
some
he
Benny
said
Hill
pods
music.
are mic'd down.